Welcome to Parents Chat with Brad. Kids want to be big. Today, we're counting down the top 5 Bluey and Bingo moments where they show independence and some responsibility. And of course, we also learn a couple of lessons from them. Please raise your view in the comments section if you want to add to the list. Let's go. Number 5. Applaud effort, not perfection. In the handstand episode, the party is in full swing. Chaos everywhere. And probably an icing-related crime happening in the kitchen. All this while, Bingo's over in the corner, flipping herself upside down again and again and again. She wobbles. She tips. She crashes. She probably sees the ceiling fan in more detail than anyone should. All this while Nana's on the sidelines clapping like she's just seen Elvis come back for one last concert. Finally, boom, she nails it. Everyone cheers like she's just won gold. Here's the point. The celebration wasn't because it was perfect. It was because she tried and kept trying. Parents, our kids don't need cartwheels smoother than a buttered penguin, paintings that belong in the Louvre, or science projects that could accidentally solve climate change. They need us to notice them trying. The learning happens in the wobble, the spill, the whoops that's upside down. So clap for the effort, cheer for the mess-ups. And remember, a slightly crooked handstand is still way more funnier to watch.
Right. Happy birthday, Bingo! Oh, wait, where's Bingo?
Oh, you got it!
Bingo!
You got it!
Bingo!
Till I get really hungry.
Number 4.
I gotta say, this place looks pretty chill. What's for breakfast?
Listen, grown-up. If you want to stay on Rug Island, you have to work. Up.
Aw, man, ripped off.
Let them create and manage their own worlds. On Rug Island, the kids get their own space, their own rules, and their own slightly questionable cuisine made of leaves and sticks. The parents, they're not micromanaging every crab shell and sand pile. They're letting the kids run the show. The magic here is simple. When we step back, kids step up. Whether it's tying their own shoes or inventing a currency made entirely out of twigs, independence grows when we let them own their choices. And yes, sometimes they're questionable hairstyles. And here's the adult twist. This lesson works for us too. Just like toddlers, we grown-ups need to let go of control sometimes. Stop over-planning. Stop fixing everything. And maybe even trust that the kitchen won't explode just because Dad thinks spaghetti can be cooked in the toaster. So, the takeaway, hand over the stick currency. Let them be in charge for a while. Worst case, you get a slightly messy living room. Best case, you raise capable, confident little humans. And maybe get 5 minutes of peace.
Thanks. Have some beetroot.
Oh, thanks. Banana?
Ha! Don't forget the salads.
Oh,
the
wonderful
delicious
salads.
Bingo.
Oh, the greenery.
Number 3.
And the green ones are slippery. I swallowed mud. What can happen?
That'll do you good.
Encourage problem solving. In the creek, the kids aren't handed the fun on a silver platter. Nope, they face slippery rocks, muddy puddles, and the eternal question, is that a log or a snake pretending to be a log? And instead of the adults swooping in like personal tour guides, they step back. They let the kids experiment, problem solve, and occasionally end up looking like they lost a wrestling match with a mud pie. That's the magic. Every time kids figure something out on their own, they don't just solve the problem. They grow a little taller on the inside. Parents, this means we need to resist the urge to prefix everything. Don't rush to untangle the shoelaces. Don't immediately open the juice box. Don't step in when they're trying to balance on one wobbly rock like a circus seal. Because the learning isn't in us solving the problem, it's in them trying. Wobbling, slipping, and laughing their way through it. So next time they're struggling, hold back. Worst case, you get a soggy kid and a good story. Best case, you've just raised a tiny genius who now thinks they can conquer Everest. Or at least the slippery bit by the creek.
Oh,
You all right, Bluey?
my knee.
Give us a look. Ah, yeah, okay. I'll just have to chop the leg off. They used a proper cricket ball. And they are hard.
At number 2, Bluey's dad, Bandit, is there. Sharing stories not about fairies or bedtime but about a pup named Rusty who fell in love with cricket kinda by accident. Rusty tries swinging a bat. It's wild, sheer chaos. Sometimes he misses. Sometimes he trips over his own paws. But because he sticks with it, trying spin, pace, square cuts in rocky backyards, he slowly starts hitting the ball like it owes him rent. Conceptually, it's like this. Toddlers try football. They try painting. They even try monkey gymnastics until something sparks. Rusty's spark was cricket, and he found it by just showing up despite wobbling starts and wayward throws. Kids, don't worry if the toy rocket turns into a puppet later. Keep exploring, because the best finding of you often starts with just seeing what happens. Parents, you don't need to enroll them in every class until they're 5. Instead, give them space to fumble, giggle, and land on the one activity they'll cling to, all by themselves. In the end, Rusty doesn't crush a winning run. He gently lobs one to his sister. Because real passion isn't about being perfect, it's about sharing the joy that got you there. Rusty's dad wrote him a letter to encourage him like this.
As you grow up, you'll face harder things than a cricket ball, and you'll have 2 choices. Back away and get out,
Whose bat is it?
or step in front and play a...
And our number 1.
I tell them to eat their vegetables, to obey the speed limit, but they never listen! Ka-ching!
Have you ever thought about writing to the government because your kids refuse to put on pants? Well, Bandit did. In the episode Government, he literally types a complaint on Bingo's back like she's a human typewriter. Very official, very ridiculous. But the answer he gets? Brutal honesty. Sorry, mate. Your kids, your circus, your responsibility. No magical parenting department. No emergency babysitter hotline from TikTok. Just you, standing in your kitchen, negotiating bedtime like a dodgy car salesman. And that's the lesson. Responsibility isn't something you outsource. Kids learn by watching us step up, even when we're tired, out of ideas, or scraping peanut butter off the dog again. So parents, next time you're tempted to write to the president because your toddler won't eat broccoli, don't. Just grab a fork, a smile, and maybe a sticker chart. Turns out the real government is us.
We're sorry if we've lost your vote, but to be honest, you sound like a pain in the bum and we don't want it anyway. Maybe vote for the other dudes. Please enjoy this fridge calendar. Sincerely, the government. What? Oh, this country's stuffed!
Again!
Thanks for watching. We would like to hear from you and your toddlers. So all your comments are encouraged. Please click the subscribe button now if you would like to see more of Parents Chat. Until next time,